What does this add to the Ripple business?
It's all coming together. So we've talked for a long while about institutional decentralized finance. Many of us here talk about institutions coming into the world of blockchain and DeFi, and this is going to blast that into a new milestone, kind of a new stratosphere. So the idea here is Hidden Road, through its prime broker business, is able to supercharge a lot of what we do. So using Ripple USD, the stable coin, as collateral for all of its prime brokerage services. As well as using XRP Ledger for a lot of its post-trade services. And of course, we've actually known Hidden Road for years.
Today, we've got a game changer, ladies and gentlemen, to unpack. Ripple just dropped $1.2 billion to snatch up Hidden Road, a global prime brokerage powerhouse. This isn't just big, it's seismic. Everyone holding XRP for years saw the big picture years ago, and the show is just getting started. We are just warming up, and we have a lot to get into and a lot more that's going to go on in this environment. We're talking more liquidity for the XRP ledger, a turbocharger for RLUSD, and a potential profit rocket for XRP holders like you. Hello, good people. I hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic. Welcome back to Zip Tips Crypto. I am Zip, your utility maxi, here to bring you more news on XRP. And on this channel, we break down all the latest news on all the utility digital assets. I hold many utility cryptos. I am not a maxi in one coin, but one of my favorites is absolutely XRP. And the news tonight is dynamic, and we're going to give you the big macro view like we like to do on this channel. So please like, subscribe, and get this information out to as many people as possible so we can afford those people the opportunity to change their lives as the financial system is absolutely being modernized right before our eyes. Okay, let's buckle up because we're diving in, and we're going to look at Ripple's acquisition and what it actually means for our wallet and the asset we hold called XRP. Let's get into it. So first off, what is Hidden Road? Picture this, it's a financial beast clearing $3 trillion. You heard it correctly, $3 trillion a year for over 300 institutional players. They have hedge funds. They work with big banks, you name it, they're doing it. They handle prime clearing and financing across traditional assets like the Forex, digital assets like crypto, and now you've got it, Ripple owns it. Here are some of their services that we can see here, what I just spoke to. And yes, Ripple is now the owner of Hidden Road. So this $1.25 billion deal was announced today, April 8th, 2025, makes Ripple the first crypto company with a multi-asset prime broker that I know of anyhow. This is next level power moves that are being made in the industry. So why is this huge on the macro level? Hidden Road's post-trade action, let's think about settlements, clearing is what they're doing, is moving to the XRP ledger. That's $3 trillion of yearly volume potentially hitting the XRPL. Ripple stablecoin, RLUSD, is the secret sauce here. I've been saying that RLUSD will be used for something big, and here is the first thing that we see. Maybe Ripple knew this was going to occur because an acquisition like this doesn't happen overnight. And we know RLUSD just came out in late December of last year. So RLUSD will be used as collateral in Hidden Road's products, meaning every trade could pump more activity into the XRPL ledger. More activity equals more liquidity. The XRPL is about to go from what I would equate to in an automobile analogy, a Ford to a financial supercar like a Lamborghini, bridging traditional finance and DeFi like never before. Let's look at what David Schwartz had to say about it as this news came out today. Ripple's acquisition of Hidden Road is a defining moment for the XRP ledger and XRP. The prime broker clears upwards of 10 billion and processes over 50 million transactions every day, ladies and gentlemen, on various traditional rails, waiting up to 24 hours for those transactions to settle. Again, because of the old system and the way that settlement is done. Now, imagine even if a portion of that activity on the XRP ledger, and that's exactly what Hidden Road plans on doing, not to mention future use of collateral and real world assets tokenized on the XRPL. And I'm going to dive deeper into the tokenization on a video tomorrow that I've been working on, because the big picture, again, the macro view that I've been describing for months now, really is about where we are transcending to. And tokenization is an absolutely huge part for all of these utility-based assets that we discuss on this channel and that many of you hold. So now let's zoom in and focus on XRP and RLUSD with this acquisition and what it means. XRP, we know, is the native fuel of the XRPL. Every transaction that happens needs XRP for its fees, and more volume means more XRP gets burned or used as these transactions are occurring. Remember, XRP is a deflationary asset. There is not an unlimited supply. RLUSD, which is Ripple's dollar-pegged stablecoin, ties this all together. With Hidden Road's clients like massive hedge funds using RLUSD for collateral, think about it. The demand could, and I believe is absolutely going to skyrocket. And guess what? RLUSD lives where? On the XRPL. So every RLUSD trade also boosts the ecosystem that XRP is powering. This is a feedback loop of absolutely epic proportions. You have to see how big this is. So, okay, as XRP holders, this is your moment. This is what we've been waiting for. This is big news. And many of us have been here for many, many years. So how are we going to profit? Let's walk through the steps here. So one, more institutional trades on XRP mean more XRP usage. Okay, the demand is absolutely going to go up. Two, XRP supply will be shrinking over time due to transaction burns. So scarcity is going to kick in. Supply demand is going to kick in. Three, Ripple's bridging Wall Street to crypto. And with a pro-crypto Trump administration and what's going on in that administration and how they're supporting the environment and the crypto and wanting to make America the crypto capital of the world, institutional adoption could and will explode in the future, and very, very fast, mind you. But after, as I've been speaking to, the regulation is adopted, we still have to have that regulatory guidance, that clarity that is going to be needed as they work on the stablecoin regulation and then the crypto digital asset framework regulation right behind it. Again, I keep on stating it because it's so important, but in my opinion, the regulation is the linchpin to all of this, for all of the new financial implementation and the modernization of the financial system to occur. And you add RLUSD's growth and XRP's value proposition, and it just gets stronger. This could be the next catalyst of the utility that we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for utility to kick in, and this is the beginning of that. It's setting up the framework and the foundations for that to happen. So we just need to continue to be patient, be mindful, and stay up to date what is going on. So let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about XRP. It's about crypto taking over finance. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the U.S. market's wide open post SEC battles. Okay, we're still waiting on the final I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed with regards to that appeal that the SEC had filed, but we know it's coming. And what's that going to lead to? That means the XRPL will become the blockchain for institutional DeFi, and XRP and RLUSD are the keys to that new environment. This is basically Wall Street meeting blockchain, and we're absolutely early. We are so early, and if you are new to this environment and you're becoming overwhelmed, just understand, just hold what you bought and stand by, and learn and educate yourselves in channels like this and other ones as we try to bring you everything that is up to date. And for me, I try to give the long picture. I don't try to hype up what's going on. This is reality, and these are real numbers that I'm bringing to you. So again, we're early, and the key on what else is what Brad stated in this, and I kind of focused in on this. And you can go out to X, follow me out on X if you haven't already. But I want to read this paragraph right here. Prime brokers, along with other key functions historically managed by banks for the most part. So we're going to pause and come back to that in a minute. But like Hidden Road, have proven themselves as the trusted intermediary for the largest hedge funds, market makers, OTC desks, quant traders, and more. Ripple has been a customer of Hidden Road for years, and we know their breadth of experience firsthand. Again, clearing $3 trillion annually, of which that $3 trillion will be flowing into the XRPL. Now, I want to go back here and look at this statement again. Prime brokers, along with other key functions historically managed by banks for the most part. Now they're being managed by who? Ripple. So, in my opinion, this leads to some speculation, but is Ripple going to become a bank in the future of some sort? And that has been a discussion that has been had over the years, but this is definitely setting them up to be able to have that capability. But either way, yep, it's a provocative thought exercise. It's a fun thesis to talk about. What do you guys think? Throw them in the comments and let me know your thoughts on that. So again, there you have it. Big news, big acquisition for Ripple. Ripple's $1.25 billion Hidden Road buy is a liquidity bomb for the XRPL and an absolute boost for RLUSD, and a potential gold mine for us XRP holders. It's all starting and happening right before our eyes. Are you ready for the ride, ladies and gentlemen? Again, drop comments down below. Do you think XRP and Ripple are your ticket to wealth? Smash that like button, subscribe for more Zips tips, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on the next big acquisition, the big moves that are going on, the big macro view that I'm trying to present to you to show you the long-term effects and the picture that are going on in the changes of the financial system. But again, until next time, keep that mindset on positive lock, be safe, and go out there, hug someone that you love. Until next time, Zip is out.